Hey, what's up? It's Kit. Time for another video. I'm gonna show you how I tie an FG knot. And some people actually kind of do this a bit loose, but how I do mine is really tight. And when you start, it's already very tight. I have this tied to a post just off camera, just to let you know, because I pull on this so hard, and this basically secures everything for me. Especially for you guys who actually have a bit of a problem with your FGs slipping, this is something that would be very useful. By the way, if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. This channel talks about the house and wise fishing. We do a lot of tips and tricks videos such as this one. And we cover everything from ultralight, big game, everything in the middle, including fly fishing. So let's dive into this. As I've mentioned, off camera, I have this tied off to a post. This is actually the same post that's holding the camera, so it might get shaky at one point. Now, if I'm fishing, I'll tie this onto the handle of the reel, just so you could keep a lot of tension on the line. For now, since we're tying it for the camera, I have it on the post, and then I will bite on the line, okay? So I might sound funky. That's all I'm saying, okay? Let's adjust this a little bit so that it's straight for you guys. Okay, so I might need to refocus a bit here. Bear with me. Okay, so there. So you start from the bottom, okay? And I'm gonna start from this end because it will compress. So past that, okay? Again, this is fully tensioned, okay? Just so you can hear. Okay, fully tensioned, and I wrap the line around my hand like that so that I can also tension this a bit more. Okay, so you can see there, boom, and I'll show you exactly what the effect is later on. So you do that about 20 times, okay, at least. Some guys do over 20, some guys are 20, 22 or whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna do this a few times just to show you guys something very important, okay, as we're going about this thing here. Okay, it'll get tough, especially if you don't have tension on this end right here. All right, sometimes you have to roll it around just so it's straight. Now, before we go off the camera, you can see here that the braid is actually translucent. All right, and that's what you want. So before snugging the braid, it's already gripping, and that's where the difference is. Now, let me unravel this and show you. I mean, I bet most of the guys already know how to close this knot, but this is something that I just wanted to show you guys so that you'd understand the importance or the significance of this method. Because a lot of guys just kind of tie this a bit loose and then snug it up with a half hitch. And when I did that, I had a lot of failures because although that style works for a lot of people, sometimes it just doesn't. Okay, so look at this. As you can see there, the braid actually formed ridges, and that's what gives it grip. Okay, now I mean, you know, you could argue that this could damage the line or whatever, but see, the thing is, I've never had it broken there. Okay, and I think this is what a lot of people miss out on. You can't tie this knot perfectly most of the time, well, all the time, not most, but all the time. There will be factors that will affect how you tie this knot perfectly. Okay, we're not perfect, we make mistakes, but if you do this, what happens is that it minimizes screw-ups, okay, because it's already gripping. It's already gripping your line. Now, this is hard mono. This is not soft mono. So this, even with fluorocarbon, would give you those ridges, and it will just give it a lot of hold. And you know what? Another advantage of this is that if you're actually doing this, you can end up with a shorter FG as opposed to a really long one, because you know you need all that tension. But this is already very much in tension when you tie it. So it means that you can get away with a shorter FG, and I tie mine like sometimes you know, only at around 15 passes, and it holds really, really well because it forms those ridges. Okay, now the longer it is, of course, the stronger it would be, but for medium, light to medium applications, it's totally fine. Now when you're after bigger stuff, of course you have to put in a lot more just to give you that extra security. But if you tie it like this, okay, it'll help you minimize on the failures. And at which point really the failure point wouldn't be here, it wouldn't be your grip, it would be the knot that closes it. But this is what I always teach people who ask me to teach them how to tie the FGs. And you know what, with this method the slippage has decreased by a significant margin. The failures usually with the closing knot, but that's it. Okay, so guys, hope this video helps, and I hope this clears a lot of things when you're tying the FG knot. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.